quartz is the most versatile crystal. Because you can have, you know, for instance, okay, I brought some little show and tells for you guys. Smoky quartz, for instance, is super, super versatile. So the reason for this is usually because of all the different shapes and formations. So, you know, quartz would come in these different formations too. So this is a self-healed smoky quartz, and it's self-healed in 2 different ways. So there's a natural fracture, which I'm hoping I can get on the camera, right about here, where the crystal was actually broken while it was growing. Oh, there, that kind of shows a little bit better. But it's really strong, right? It's not going anywhere. That quartz has healed itself, and so there's a specific type of energetic vibration that this crystal will emit. It's great for self-healing. It's really good for healers or nurses or people who are in like the service industry who give and give and give, and they kind of tend to get burnout. Now, there's another form of self-healing, which I'm hoping you can kind of see that. Okay, there we go. But the end of this crystal broke off, okay? And crystals grow in like a little air pocket deep in the earth. A lot of crystals, not all of them, don't get me wrong. And so hot liquid crystalline solution comes into this little air pocket, and the crystals start to cool and they grow toward the center of the air pocket. Well, if something happens, like it did with this one, it looks like the top of this crystal got broken off, right? So it's growing on its matrix and it got broken off, and it's just sitting in there broken now. And maybe later more hot liquid crystalline solution comes in, and maybe it's just a little bit, and once it makes contact with this main crystal, that sort of gives that blueprint or encoding that we talked about earlier to how that crystalline solution needs to start cooling and how those molecules need to start stacking and arranging. And so what we get are all these tiny little crystals on the end that have repaired that broken surface. So that's another form of a self-healed crystal. Now, going back to the versatility of different types of quartz, right? Here's another shape of smoky quartz. This is an celestial or skeletal smoky quartz, sometimes called Jakara quartz. And so this is another formation, and these celestials that are flat and thin like this have lots of surfaces. See all those little crystal surfaces, all those little points that are on there all along? Now, something like this forms in a soft clay. So maybe there's just a little air pocket in some soft clay, and that crystal solution comes in and starts to cool, and because that clay is soft, when these crystals start forming, it can sort of push that clay out of the way to make room for all these little terminations and points. And so celestials are really good for astral travel and astral projection, dream work, raising the vibration of the energy body. So again, we're still just talking about smoky quartz, but there's all these tons of variations. Now here's a little bit different kind of celestial. Okay, you can see it's covered with those little points on the surface there, but it still has 6 sides like a regular smoky quartz crystal would. But we have this whole surface covered with these celestial points, if you can see that. So there's just a lot of different types here. Then we have something like this. So it's a big double terminated smoky quartz, and this is like another type of celestial sort of. And this one has anhydrous or water trapped in it, little bubbles of water. And there's also, if you can see, these white sort of little triangles that are stuck in there. Those are little bits of clay that are actually stuck in, because remember I talked about these crystals can sort of push their way through a soft clay. Well, sometimes a little bit of that clay or earth or parent material gets trapped within the walls of the crystal as that formation is happening. So I really think quartz is the most versatile. It's really easy to program. You can use it on any chakra and any layer of the aura, and it's just good for so many things, and it's just a natural amplifier. So there's a lot of different types of work that can be done with it. So if you're just starting out building your crystal kit, clear quartz is the way to go.